Hello everybody. Today I'm working on a 2011 Toyota Highlander Hybrid Limited. So it's all-wheel drive, and I'm replacing the struts, the rear struts, and I thought I'd show you a couple things when I did it. Number one is inside the vehicle you have to pop off the armrests in the rear, and you do that by, so I'm not showing you this in the beginning, you do this by taking off this square piece off of here, flipping it off with a screwdriver, using a 10mm socket to pull off this bolt. Then you just pull this thing off, and the 3 bolts are exposed here. These are 14mm bolts. I've already put in the new one, but I wanted to show you a couple things here. Number one is when you take it out, you want to take out the bottoms first. These are 22 bolts, 22mm bolts, and that's actually 22 on both sides. And you got the top and the bottom. You want to make sure that you disconnect any of the brake lines in the back, and then take out these 2 bolts first, then go on top and take out the 3 bolts on the top. This thing will drop down a little bit, it doesn't fall very far. Oh, you also have to disconnect the stabilizer link bar between the stabilizer bar and the shock itself. When I put this back in, I put it in, you bolt in the top bolts first, and then you have to get these in. It's going to be very difficult for a lot of people because this strut is a little tweaked, and so is the wheel. When it comes off, it just turns a little bit. So what I did is I had a jack here, and I jacked up onto the bottom right here, so I could lift up the wheel a little bit, and then I put a big screwdriver into the top thing right here of the strut, and was able to twist it a little bit, and then jacking up the wheel until the strut would slip on it. There's many other ways to do that. I've always used the jack underneath it to help me out, because I only have one set of hands. So I'm just about done with putting the strut in. I just have a couple things to put back in there. I do want to say that the sway bar linkage, this is OEM Toyota. They're rather thin, and I've noticed that this Toyota Highlander at highway speeds, when you go around a curve, the back end sways a little bit. Could be a combination of the struts, old, but I'm going to replace that sway bar linkage with a heavier duty and sway bar linkage bar, and it's by TTX. You can order it online, and that's the model number that I bought right there. It's actually overbuilt for durability, for off-road handling, so I don't really take this off-road. I have an off-road truck, but I'm going to put in some off-road parts in this just to make sure when I'm going around sharp turns or turning on the highway that my back end is tight. Anyways, I thought I'd show you a couple of those tips. Make sure also when you order the struts, and you have to order a different model for the left and the right, because the strut linkage will connect in, and then it has to be on the back side of it. So that's why there's 2 different models. I actually have ordered Monroe 272490s, and because I wanted extra stability, extra softness to improve the ride, and I did not buy any cheap struts. Anyways, hope you learned a couple tips from this. I've noticed that there are no other YouTube videos on a 2011 Highlander all-wheel drive strut replacement, so I thought I'd give you a couple tips. Talk to you later, bye. I hope you liked my video on putting the struts on the Highlander. If you'd like to see more, subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more videos and more repair videos. Thank you, bye-bye.
And hit the like button.
And hit the like button below.